Hello everyone, welcome to the Story Nook, and welcome back to more Ask Reddit. What is the most overrated sitcom of all time? Now, I personally do not watch sitcoms, and I apologize, I pulled up this page earlier, but I'm not currently connected to the internet, so it's gonna look weird. I can't fix it. I have no internet access where I'm sitting and recording these videos. I am going to be recording some scripts later for my other YouTube channel. Looks like BuzzFeed has their article for next week. Limo, I can see a BF reporter peeking over there, over here, rubbing their hands together like greedy fly, waiting to steal content. They probably asked the question. The one with the not-so-smart working-class guy who is married to the hot wife who is way out of his league and lives down the street from his parents. Oh wait, that's most of them. One of my fave jokes from the great Gina Maroney, instead of losing a push-up contest to Julie Bowen to see who gets to play Kevin James' mean wife who he's sick of having sex with, I'm going to skip ahead to being an amazing slut who wins Oscars. Mac and Cheese, computerized humanoid, electronically enhanced secret enforcer. They really lucked out with that the initials spelled cheese. Not sure about that, but I thought Days of Our Lives was worse, especially after they killed off Drake Remore until he came back as a woman. Lol, seriously bawled my eyes out on his death. I don't know how famous it is. I'm Your Best Friend, and I never heard of it. That's funny how Friends is one of the most upvoted comments, and just next is a Friends private joke. Edit. Okay, now I know it's even more upvoted than Friends. I love that. When I saw the title of this post, I was certain it was created just to shit talk on Friends, but somehow Friends still won. Anyone else despise laugh tracks? If you go back in time, some older shows have live audience laughter. Golden Girls come to mind, and that's great. Fuck every single Disney Channel show that has uproarious laughter every 15 seconds, though. Disney Channel shows was the first time I ever found a laugh track to be obnoxious. Normal primetime sitcoms of laugh tracks never bothered me, but holy fuck that they milked that track for all it was worth in the Disney Channel. I forget what show it was, but it was the stupid mummy show where I noticed it. Okay, so the thing with laugh tracks is the laughter for the laugh tracks was supposed to hit at a certain joke. And I did watch a few Disney Channel shows. I don't remember a lot of the laugh track ones, mainly because I watched Zack and Cody and Hannah Montana, and I think some of Wizards of Waverly Place, but I didn't watch them that often, but they were probably there. Is Disney just thought put it at every single joke, but no, you only want to put it at like the big jokes, like the jokes that are really supposed to hit, especially if you have like this long pause here, but whatever. Not if the show was filmed before a live audience. Yeah, watch Taxi, News Radio, or even Friends and compare it with any Chuck Lorre sitcom audience. You can tell the difference, yes. Whatever Chuck Lorre syndicated sitcom is on at the moment, the laugh tracks even sound like a toilet flushing. Fun fact, Chuck Lorre wrote the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated theme song. No matter what, he has that going for him, as it has proven to be timeless thus far. Guess that explains 2.5 Men being about a jingle writer. I'm ashamed I'm able to relay this, but there's even an episode where the main character plays the jingle that made his career. It's a TMNT sound-alike about a ninja samurai called Oshikuro. Edit, I've been informed that the theme is in fact not a TMNT sound-alike, but was not the jingle that made the main character's career, but rather the jingle he was currently working on in that episode. I have failed you, and I will now walk into the sea, never to Reddit again. I do remember seeing 2.5 Men at some point. I think, it's Charlie Harper, Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men, based on Chuck Lorre. He wrote catchy jingles and ghosted on the success of them. I often wonder about that. And then Mom came out about recovering alcoholics with basically cameos of every walk-on role from 2.5 Men, and I just thought to myself, maybe Chuck was Charlie and now he's recovering. Maybe that's a reach, but curious for sure. Especially since Chuck is a nickname for Charles. Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Well, credit where credit is due, I suppose. Cosby Show doesn't hit like it used to. The sad thing is that if Cosby didn't do what he did, then the Cosby Show would definitely fall into the rare category of highly popular and appropriately rated. It's such a shame that this show has soured because so many people worked on that show, including other actors, and their work deserves to be seen. That is a shame. I never saw The Cosby Show. I don't know what channel would have been on. I am also a white female who was born mid-90s, so I don't know if the show would have been ending or would have been on at the time. I know I saw episodes of Full House, and I think I saw Jaleel White. That's the actor's name. He played a character called Urkel. I think it was Steve Urkel. He had a cameo on Full House, which is where I originally saw him. But I did see, I think, a few episodes of the show he was in, which I think was Family Matters. And then I know I saw Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Those are the only 2 sitcoms I can remember seeing growing up that featured black people as normal. I also watched Sanford & Son with my dad, and Sanford & Son really just reminded me of my redneck working class family. And I don't remember a lot of it because I was young, so I'm pretty sure a lot of jokes flew over my head. But it is a shame that because of Cosby's action and his name being such a big part of the show, that show can no longer be viewed in through the lens of it just being a show, because everyone is forever going to associate it with Cosby, which to me is a shame. Also, fun fact for anyone who does not know, Jaleel White voiced Sonic the Hedgehog in the 3 American animated TV shows that came out in the 90s. So he was Sonic from Saturday AM Adventures and Sonic Underground, and in Sonic Underground he also voiced Manic and Sonia. Just fun fact. That's the main reason I remember Jaleel's name. I'm a huge Sonic nerd. For a lot of reasons, but I still think Felicia Rashad is one of the great sitcoms. Something of all time. There's just a mother bear, don't fuck with my daughter energy about her that stuck with me way more than Cosby himself did. Big fun in Baltimore with the wretchish. Claire's rants at her kids are always iconic. The wretched, don't you dare open your mouth when I'm asking you a question. I always appreciate that they stepped away from the trope of blowhard dad who was self-appointed king of his castle and mom who sort of secretly ran things while appealing to the dad's ego. They felt like true equals, and it was nice to see. Yeah, it's very nice to see. Our daughter is 12 now and has watched too many stupid sitcoms where the dad is an idiot and mom holds things together, or the parents are both kind of dumb and the kids are smart, or whatever other stupid tropes there are like that. She actually started watching The Cosby Show, and though obviously Bill Cosby in real life did horrible things, the show was actually hilarious. We actually couldn't believe that it was still as funny as it was all this time later. But yeah, it's a very nice how it portrays an actual warm family environment where the dad isn't dim-witted and neither is the mom. They are both equals, and it is a really good way to show a functioning family where the parents are responsible as well as smart. The kids love and respect their parents. The parents have authority over their kids, but give them appropriate autonomy. Is that the word? I think that's the word. Autonomy. Based on their age, and yeah, everyone actually loves each other. I've gotten so tired of how families are either dysfunctional or at each other's throat or just morally gray in some way. Yeah, it's nice to see a show that looks like a functioning family. I assume so many people in Hollywood don't much know what that's like anymore, and that's why today's shows reflect that. Yeah, today's show really reflect what being in an actual family is like, because functioning is not what is happening now. But I would like to see more representation of actual normal functioning families so I could kind of figure out what that is actually like. But it is hard to relate to a show where they're so different from what you actually grew up with or live with. So there's that. A black friend of mine also pointed out that The Cosby Show isn't about a black family. It's about a family that happens to be black, i.e., it did a lot to normalize the idea that black people can just be regular suburbanites that may not seem like much now, but when it's set against the backdrop of Sanford and Son or Benson, it was a pretty big deal. Sanford and Son, all I remember is, like, they acted a lot like my relatives. But because it's been so long, I'm pretty sure if I watch Sanford and Son, I will see, oh, this is probably very racist. So yeah. Mrs. Brown Boys. Brits, back me up here. Not sure if it's overrated, if the vast majority hate it. Seems to be just the older generations that find it funny. Mrs. Brown Boys is like Coldplay. You rarely meet anyone who admits to liking them, and yet somehow they get all the numbers. I felt embarrassed when you reminded me of its existence. Irish here and backing you up. It's a load of shite. Irish here. Show is fully made for 60-year-old mammies who thinks it's naughty when someone says Willie. If anyone wants to see an actual good show in Ireland, Father Ted. Fucking legendary stuff. Edit. Also, Hardy Bucks, Ireland's answer to Trailer Park Boys. How the frick did that gobshite get on the telly? I have no idea what they're talking about, but I find it funny. Father Ted is one of the greatest comedy series that has ever been created. Which reminds me, there's like this Irish TV show. It's kind of like a sitcom thing that my husband watches on Netflix, but I'm not sure where it is, what it's called, but he fucking loves it. I'm from NZ. Mrs. Brown Boys is shit. Father Ted is pure comedic gold. I don't know what NZ stands for. That might be New Zealand. My dumbass isn't good with words. The one where Hal makes and sells blue meth without Malcolm's help. I have not laughed once. The early seasons in particular have lots of dark humor. There's a scene where a guy runs into a tree, which is pure comedy. Episode 2, I think. The way he hits the tree and falls is very Malcolm in the Middle to me. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break now. So thank you all for being here, enjoying these videos. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good day. Bye bye. Go ahead, tell me which sitcoms you feel are overrated. I'm quite curious, as someone who has never watched a sitcom. Well, who doesn't really watch a lot of sitcoms. I'm sure I've watched several. I just don't know a lot about them. Stay hydrated. Bye bye.